Hi friends. So in this video, I'll be explaining you how to log a very good defect report or a bug report. I'm going to show a demo to you. So I've taken a Redmine defect management tool, which I'm using a demo version here. So whenever, if you can see, right, so you can log as a bug or you can log as a change request feature or you can log it as a incident, which is kind of a supporting issue. Now at least you will stick on to logging a new defect. So here the bug title, so which is here we call it as a subject, but normally in any defect tracking tool, it would be a bug title or a defect title will be there. So here you should follow certain rules and regulations whenever you are logging a defect. So normally you should follow certain mechanism. Let's say, so module name. So you should enter a module name first, module name, then followed by a functionality, then followed by what you are trying to provide a problem or an issue here. So you should talk about logout link is not working. So if somebody sees this, at least this issue is coming from a certain module. In that module, this functionality is breaking. If somebody sees that, then developer can easily assess what is the problem in a particular module. This is normally a good guideline and you should follow standard guidelines whenever you are putting a title. As the number of defects increases, whenever you log a new defect, it is very difficult for us to identify a duplicate issues or a duplicate defects or a bug. It is highly impossible. Go and search every bug, then you log a new defect. It is little highly challenging. Hence, it is always good to put a right title, right information so that even if I wanted to glance 500 bug or a defect, I can do it in 5 minutes, just glancing, okay, which model, which title, then easily I can, whether I should log a new defect or I should open a older defect. If you put the right defect title, that would solve our problem, especially the duplicate defects. Then the next thing is step to reproduce. Normally here they are given as a description, but in defect management tool, we put it as a step to reproduce. It's very crucial for any defect. Step to reproduce is a core information for any defect report. What are the steps you executed when you find this issue or when you find the defect or a bug? You should put it in a more detailed manner. You should talk about step 1, step 2, step 3, step 4, step 5, step 6 in a more precise and simple manner. If somebody just follow this without having any knowledge about application, still that person should be able to reproduce the issue. That is the first thing and which is a very core thing for any good defect report. So once you're able to enter the steps for the defect to reproduce, then the next thing here is you should also give what actually you are expecting, but what actually you are seeing in the application. So here you should say, so the expected result should be logout should work. When you click on logout link, logout should work. Actual result, logout is not working. So that is the actual results. Now you should also look into that, okay, this is fine, step to reproduce fine, and expected and actual results are fine. The next thing is the platform. So against which platforms this issue is appearing, whether it is a Intel platform, Intel or Solaris, more of a hardware or a mobile platform and so on. This is more of a different platforms, then again it's again operating system, whether it is on Windows or it is on Solaris or Linux or iOS platform and so on. You should clearly call that out where actually you're seeing this issue. That is a very crucial thing. Then let's say if your application is a web application where you might be accessing the application using some browsers, then you should clearly call that out which browsers you're using. Maybe IE 10 you are using, or Chrome, whatever the version, or a Firefox, whatever the version, right? Or even Apple Safari browsers and so on. Then also you should take a snapshot also or a screenshot whenever you find certain issue. That would give you a proof to you, because I am logging this defect because I have a proof. How you can show there is a proof? You can take a snapshot or a screenshot and attach to this bug report so that people will believe in you. And also, apart from screenshots, you should also, if you're able to put your application logs or server logs or whatever the logs available in your application, you can attach logs as well for this bug report. That would definitely give additional information. So apart from this, any other things if you have noticed, if you are observed any other things, then definitely you should provide that information as well. As a tester, as a good tester, it is your responsibility, your job to give as much as information in your bug report, so that there should not be any to and fro should happen between you and a development team. So that is the one of the very crucial factor you should always remember. Then by default, whenever you are logging a defect, the status of the defect would be a new. Then there are other status also will be there: in progress, resolved, closed, rejected. This is again developer can do once you are able to log a defect. Then again you should be able to put a priority. There are certain places there will be a severity also will be there. Priority normally given by the development team, but testing team will put the severity of the issue. What is the impact of that bug? Normally tester would be adding a severity, but again it depends on company to company. They might have only a priority may be there or severity may be there. Certain companies both will be there. Again, it depends on to the companies, different companies. Let's say if we are saying priority immediate means there is a blocker is there, they should fix it immediately. Otherwise, your testing cannot move at all. That is immediate. They need to provide a fix. Or an urgent, there is a certain thing still working, but if you are able to fix as quickly as possible, that kind of defects we put it in an urgent mode. Then again, high means maybe certain functionality is breaking, but majority of the functionalities are still working. Then you can put an I, or a normal is any P3 defects. Then the low is which is of a UI defects or a look and feel defects. We call it as a low priority defects. At least as a tester, it is your responsibility to put the right priority, right severity of the any defect or any issue which you are logging. Again, assigning. So certain companies, certain tools will have different feature. There is a mechanism to assign to the particular team or particular individual. You can select this drop down to assign to the particular person. And developer also will be putting a due date. What is the timeline by when they should fix this issue? All those things. Then you can also, as I said, you can attach all the logs, all the snapshot. That would help the developer to get all the information. Then once everything is done, then create. If you click on create bug, it will create a bug for you. So this is how your bug is getting created with a unique number, and again the title, if somebody sees that this is a model name, this is the functionality, this is the functionality is not working, and also a minute back this is log, and all the details we have here, and also we have all the step to reproduce, we have expected and actual, then all the operating system, platforms, browsers, snapshot, logs, everything you have provided. So then overall, this kind of bug, we call it as a very good defect report. Whenever you log this kind of bug report or a defect report, people will like you because you are providing as much as information possible so that they can fix the issue as quickly as possible. I hope you guys got a clear idea how to log a good defect report. What are the things you should consider whenever you are logging a defect report? I hope this video was very useful for you. If you guys really like this video, then please give a thumbs up to this video. If you guys are not subscribed to Testing Shala, then please click on subscribe and bell icon so that all our future videos will be in your inbox. Thanks for watching this video. Bye for now. Take care.